kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense will start this game off with the football. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense has the ball for the first time. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. But the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked at the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Wants to fire on second down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's think a second about Arizona State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
Well, they do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Paul.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. To the air, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Quick strike complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards, and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already, so a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Puts it out of the air. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Gill.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Gill. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. That's caught, it's Gill. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game...
And they will score! Touchdown, Red Raider! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The short hands, it's Napier. All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's spinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab on the left side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pulls it in. It's Napier. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. To the air. It's Levitt. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Sun Devils are threatening on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Eakin. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Finds a tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That fumble in Russ territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Grab near the marker. It's Flores. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moss. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Under fire. It's caught. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Here's the pressure. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying distant.
It's a mid-stride inside the 10. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process.
Turning it on! Past the sticks, and he may get more. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Rushes on him. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. They're working that left side. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays and big...
Touchdown, Arizona State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alston. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders can really attack on this second and short. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Got a man, it's Moss. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time. Making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Moss. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
To throw, it's Levitt. Here's a heat. Finds his tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Sun Devils will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Napier. And he'll be stopped short, or maybe he stopped himself short. Final play of the quarter coming. The give is to Williams. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Grab over the middle. It's Hudson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. To the air. It's Wegman. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Eakin. And he's knocked down.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Unleashes it on the run. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Ball of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space, it's Udo. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Napier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On his way back from the 20. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He makes a catch. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield. It's Levin. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the fourth quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The give out of the gun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going for it on 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Wegman. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Throws to the back. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Gotta find a completion on this one. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance.